This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Oh boy, more building climbing. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Parasite Eve. In the last episode, we started the Great Chrysler Building, and, well, we've been going up and up the floors, and, well, in the future, I've decided to just speed run through everything. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just setting my setting my setup to fast forward during the big parts, but when I go into a storage room I slow it down just to show what I'm getting. So yeah, we're gonna go blaze through a lot faster because I'm just gonna speed it up. So anyway, in this box we get a ceramic jacket, nothing too fancy, might break it down. We get a defense +1 there. I use this time to basically just try to get rid of all the junk. I should have, well, other than use the little bonus, but I got rid of all the junk there. I should have done that off screen, but I completely forgot about that before recording. But I was like, we'll just take a few seconds, and I cut down the video from like, I think it was like an hour recording to like, I think it's going to take like 15 minutes. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for the rest of it. I'll slow it down when I get to storage, and I'll speed it up when I get to the boss, and that's pretty much it. Just, I think by the end of this, I did finally figure out kind of how my maps worked. There's a general consensus on like a lot of the guides where if the first room you enter has a specific like a pattern to it, then you can base it off a set of rooms that might likely will be when it respawns it. There's probably going to be quite a few times where I leave a room, blackens out, and I reappear in the same room. It's because there was either a dead end or that's not where I wanted to go, so I just cut the backtracking out completely just to show it. And we get to the next level in the next storage area. Yeah, it's a lot faster when we fast through there, everything, but I didn't know what else I could do to make it more interesting. So anyway, we get a tool in this box over here. I don't think is it this floor where we meet the next enemy? Yep, we meet the mimics of the game. So yeah, these guys can be dangerous. They can actually do quite a bit of damage to you. So if I wasn't at the level as I was at by the time I got here, this thing could have insta-killed me. Like, if you saw it attack me, it did like 150 damage at my defense. We're only on the, second floors, 11 through 20. So you hate to think what happens to higher floors. So hopefully you start beefing up your defense at a certain point. So, but yeah, unfortunately that one was kind of a dud, just the tool, which I guess is fine, but at some point we're not even gonna have to worry about tools. And yeah, most of the enemies here are enemies we fought before. Yeah, we're fighting like moles and stuff like that. I think moles are gonna come up a lot. I think moles like snakes and crows or blackbirds or whatever they call them at this point. Anyway, they're the next floor, and if you see like a little like phase shift thing, it's because I'm trying to look at the map, and so I'm just cutting that part out completely because I don't want to be standing there for like 5 minutes or however long it's taken me to do that. So anyway, we find another storage area, we get another tool. Man, we get a lot of tools in this run, and another tool. And what's in this one? The M2035. I'll probably just junk it because there's no stats for it at all. I take a quick look at it just to see, but yeah, I noticed that there's no base or there's no like bonus points at all. So, and I use that medicine that mimic, the damage the mimic did to me. So sometimes you get lucky and blast him before he strikes you, but I just got a little unlucky. But yeah, I'll probably any gun that doesn't have better base stats than what I've currently got, and that don't have any extra points, I'm just scrapping. There's no point to keeping them or wasting a tool on it, because most of the ones that are dropping aren't giving me any new abilities or anything like that in the first place. So, but yeah, unfortunately the music is pretty much the same. Which, weirdly enough, the haunting music would work here, but after a while it gets kind of like droning on, which is sad to say. But that's because this whole like dungeon is just, it's really tedious to go through. It's I don't know, for the most part I didn't find this this little area fun. Oh well, I forgot to speed up that little part there. I'm just gonna leave it in the while recording. Why not? I'm gonna have a couple of slow parts where I'm not paying attention. Yeah, there's a bunch of snakes there, and I keep, if you notice while I'm playing, I eventually start learning to just ignore what I get, but I keep accepting it for a while, but at some point I finally start just knocking it back. So anyway, we get attacked. Yeah, sometimes every once in a while when you hit a storage area, you'll get attacked. This is just a bat, so boom, dead. Easy peasy. Yeah, I think, and I usually use the storerooms during the slowdown to finally clean up my inventory a bit, like either getting rid of items or discarding them. So, but yeah, I think in between this episode and the next, I'm gonna clean up my inventory and move all the tools and or use a lot of the tools on the stuff I'm not going to keep. Yeah, we get another tool there. Get a M96. I think I break it down at this point just for the points. And we get a bullet cap. And I just gonna pop that on the claymore there. And yeah, I think this is where I figure out that it's actually got bonus points, and I'm not gonna keep the weapon, so I'm gonna go ahead and just tool it and get a couple extra points for my gun there. I mean, I know I named it a claymore, but I keep almost wanting to call it a claymore when it's actually not a claymore. It's a machine gun. But yeah, we're getting kind of unlucky on those rare cards. They're not really popping up like I'd want to. But I mean, we'll eventually get them all anyway, as long as we go to every single room. And there, I just I'm leaving this part in, but this is where I actually got confused for a few seconds. I was like, wait a minute, did I which direction I came from? And that doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while. But I cut, well, that's the only part I leave in. The rest of them I cut out because, you know, you don't want to see me go through the same area multiple times. Yeah, I think it's here in a couple floors. I think I finally figure out how the guide system I'm using the maps on actually works. Because like I was saying before, if you see the first area has a specific, after the stair area, as soon as you see like a specific formation, whether it be straight, right, left, cross, or whatever, then you look at those set of maps and see what it relegates. I don't think I've 100% figured it out because there is some variation to it, but yeah, I decided to clean up a little bit more before grabbing the little chests here. So yeah, we got the casual T card. I'm not sure what those are. I don't know. I'm not sure if those are actually references to people who worked on the game, maybe, or references to the Square series. I mean, casual doesn't sound familiar to me, but it's another rare card, so that'll help us whenever we find all of them. We can get the ultimate tool and super tool of the game. But usually we get the last of the cards, probably, if I remember, usually end up getting those probably in the last levels, like the last floors, either 60 through 77. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that there's only 77 floors of this tower. And probably for the final set of floors, 70 through 77, I'll probably just, I won't speedrun that one, because I think at that point we'll actually find I think we'll actually fight new enemies or new variations on enemies, so I might actually show those off. Unlike these floors I'm speeding through, mainly just because we've seen all these guys before, so there's no reason to go over it or show the battle or anything like that. I've always thought about like changing the music. Oh, we get another super tool in here finally after all this time. Not that I really did, and we get the Club 4. I'm about to check out and see what it actually does. It obviously has a steal, but also has counterattack and raise crit with the club. Too bad you can't take club abilities and put them on your gun, but oh well. But yeah, we'll drop off, in between episodes, I'll drop off the Club 3. Oh, and we get a Defense 3 for the Deimos. Very nice. Or my armor. I think Deimos is supposed to be like a type of... I forgot where I read that up from. I'll have to look it up again. At the time, I knew it, but then I'm like, oh, wait, what? But I'm trying to think what else to really say about this place. I think we're about halfway done, if I recall, by this point. See, we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this should be... Yeah, it should be 7th floor. 7, 8, yeah, this is the 7th floor. Easy enough while I'm doing the video recording. I'm looking at my timetable for my... when I mess with the video and edit it and stuff like that, so it's easier to figure out because I can tell when the vocal range has changed. But anyway, in here we get AM44, pistol, nothing too remarkable. I might dump that because I don't really need the extra bullets. And we got the P229, another dump weapon, nothing. It doesn't even have any bonus points, so, and no new unique abilities, so I'm just going to dump that as well. So, I mean, if you want to use it, sure, but no worth to me. I've already, like I said, as soon as I get in the junk weapon, there's no reason to use, until like you hit like, I think the 40th floors or up, I think, or maybe the 50th floors. That's when you actually start getting guns and weapons you might start considering using your armor. But even then, I probably won't even use this stuff until we hit the 60s or the final floors, really. But the 54s is when we start hitting like some pretty dangerous monsters. I'll actually start doing a decent amount of damage to me. Of course, I can't really buff up much more with my points because none of the monsters given hardly any experience, so I have to wait till those floors when I'll actually start getting a ton of experience for those guys, and then I can finally start getting more bonus points. I probably should get quite a few bonus points by the time I level up, because I'll have done so many fights, because it's based on how many fights you do before you level, also, and how well you do. So the less damage you take, the more the more bonus points you get. And obviously in EX mode, you even get even more points because you're in that mode, you know, to help you combat the people at in the Chrysler Tower. Yeah, another section where I misread the map, and I'm like, oh right, I have to go back. So, all right, let's see what's in this storage room here. Oh, get attacked as soon as we walked in. How dare you? I think that's a dinosaur. I kill it so quickly I almost didn't notice it. Yeah, I'm starting to ignore even getting ammo as an item, even though it's free. But I think I'm almost maximum. Yeah, my ammo at this time is at 999. So I think I also think I need to refill my gun, but I don't do it during recording because it holds 200 bullets. So anyway, we got a PE +1 here. And then we get the Super Suit, or SP Suit. I think if I remember correctly, it's not this suit, but that's definitely one to consider because of its base stats. Not a bad thing, but I'll wait till later. I think we get a better suit. I'll have to look at my notes later, but I think it's still a while before we swap out our armor, because right now they're not doing any damage to me, so no reason to swap out the suit now. I mean, I could if I really, really want to. I've got enough tools and super tools that I probably could do something with that, but yeah, let's just keep on moving through this Chrysler building. I didn't know the Chrysler building had all of its floors looked exactly the same. Although with modern building design, a lot of buildings do make their floors all look the same. It's kind of boring, really. It's the same with housing development. At least where I live, where like in the countryside. Well, I don't live in the countryside, but I live near the countryside. Anyway, I get the full Uzi there. Not worth replacing it. I'll probably scrap that or use any bonus points, but didn't really have much in the way of bonus points. And then we get some range, which we need. I still need to get like quite a few points to just get to. We also get the B-Hawk T card, which I think that's our third rare card. I recall. That's just me looking at some of the weapons to consider like what I want to tool out, so I can, because I need to make some room here because I forgot to do that earlier. So yeah, I end up tooling that, so that gives me a couple spaces, gives me a couple extra points and attack. And I think we got one more storage room, and then we'll be at the boss there, which sadly enough the boss there won't be much of the boss at all, because it's still at that point where we're so overpowered, at least at this point in the game, where we'll beat him pretty easily. But he is more powerful than well, I guess I'll talk about, well, maybe I should talk about it before I get there, because the boss fight goes by so quickly. For the most, I don't like one-shot him or anything, but it's so quick, I might just talk about it by the time I get there. But anyway, last storage area before we fight the boss. So we got two rare, I think we got 2 rare cards during that one, so that's not bad, I guess. I guess it does even out. Because randomly, we will get all the treasures we can. It's just, we get the Kevlar suit #1 there. Now we're swapping out, really, but we'll get another tool. Yeah, all these tools in our repertoire. How nice. But it gives us a chance for those, maybe customize it or help to customize it, and then go back to the main game, that type of thing. And yeah, this is just the last little bit of the guaranteed part of the floor before we fight the boss. Where we're setting ourselves up for success as we beat on these monkey characters. I think they're supposed to be monkeys anyway, the mutated monkeys. How they ended up in the Chrysler building, I'll never know. But who knows what goes on in the evil Chrysler building in real life. I know it's like businessmen and whatever, and no one can trust them. But anyway, we're about to hit the boss room. So, and then this is when I stop the speed up part of it. And I try to make some room, so because I'll need the second Chrysler key, so I decided to I think I code out the P22A because I had the range on it, so I wanted a little bit of range. And then we get ready for boss time. Who's here? Hey, Crocodile. What was the one level? Free yourself at Wounded Knee when you fight Leatherface or whatever. But anyway, these guys are stronger than the previous Crocs. They'll take like, 6 shots to be taken out? Like, so maybe like 1,000 HP or something like that. Yeah, I just blast right through them. It's really easy. I don't give them enough time after hasting. So that's it. That's it for the floor there. So yeah, exciting, isn't it? But yeah, this is a lot faster, so I made it more palatable for those folks watching. So all right, so that's it for floors 11 through 20. So in the next episode of Parasite Eve, we're going to head to floors 21 through 30. So what will we find in there? We'll find out next time in the next episode of Parasite Eve. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.